into a sturdy structure. You're out of time. You need to get in your safe space. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building. Parking and early. All right, Highway 64. Highway 64. If you are on Highway 64, you need to get into your safe space right now. All right, because this thing's going to be punching through, and it's going to be paralleling 64 all the way up. So you need to get into your safe space if you haven't already. All right, underground or lowest innermost part of your building. Unconfirmed report of a tornado. That was by a train spotter by wind. And yes, that is the debris signature, 100%. Look at the ZDR arc, Morgan.
1 second.
Yeah, that parking and early, you need to get in your safe space if you haven't already. Significant situation ongoing. And that is a massive ZDR arc right there. But when you need to get in your safe space, velocities are very strong. You can see the reds. That is strong rotation. That is very strong rotation. So if you live in those areas, you need to get in your safe space. I mean, when you are going to probably get hit here in a second. So you need to get in your safe space. Parking and early in Arkansas. You have a bit of time, but you don't have too much time.
Oh.
You need to get pillows, you need to get mattresses, you need to get furniture, and you need to put as many stuff in between yourself
Tornado warning
and the outside part
Central
of
Henry
the house
County
as possible.
In southeastern Iowa, northern Van Buren County in
Discrete
southeastern
rotation
Iowa,
south of Fairfield,
southeastern
Iowa.
Jefferson
New tornado warning for
County
Mount
in
Pleasant.
southeastern
That's a discrete
Iowa.
rotation that's pushing up towards the United States Route 34 area. Birmingham
Yeah.
on 1. You need to be underground or in the lowest airmost part of the building. Rockridge as well, south and east of Fairfield on 1 and 34. You need to be taking this very seriously. That's a new tornado warning. Rapid fire, folks. Rapid fire.
Yep.
Tornado warning for western Cass County in west central Illinois, south central Schuyler County in west central Illinois,
West Central.
northwestern
That's
Morgan County
the tornado
in west
warning
Oh,
over
it's
near Mount
extension.
Sterling.
Extension to
Yeah.
Mount Sterling. Yep.
There's a lot of tornado warnings here, folks. 11 tornado warnings, 2 of which are significant. Guys just got to continue to pay attention to the National Weather Service here today. If you hear a warning, if you hear your county, you need to get in your safe space.
Tornado warning for
New tornado warning,
northwestern
Cabot,
Prairie
Hickory
County
Plains.
in central Arkansas, northwestern Lonoke County in central
Again.
Arkansas,
Again?
east central Faulkner County
I'm
in
not
central
kidding.
Arkansas, southern White County in central Arkansas.
Same thing. Again.
northeast
Same
Gillespie County
structure.
in central
Doing the
Arkansas.
same exact thing.
Oh, man.
In the same spot.
And wow.
This is why we're emphasizing this, folks. This is what's more crazy to me is how the environment's recovering so quickly. Oh, oh my goodness, that velocity signature. I really hope you are in your safe space if you are in wind.
Yes.
That is 109 on top of 19, folks.
Oh, it showed pink. It showed pink. Yeah, that is the upper echelons of the strong rotation. And it just went through wind. It just went directly through wind. Debris signature over the town.
Mike and Riley are on the new tornado warning in Cabot.
All right, perfect.
That's not. No way.
No
way. Damn right.
I also want to, I think it's probably best for Matt if they start heading east on 80. If they can get to 80.
They need to get north first.
They need to get north and they're going to get hit, actually. If they keep heading east on 22, all the way through until they get to 61, and then they can head northeast to get to, yes, Highway 61 paralleling the Mississippi River.
Hi.
That'll take them east to Davenport, which can take them to 280, which can then take them around to 80.
I suppose.
Hey Nate, I had to leave the car real quick. Riley is calling me. I'm about to meet up. I would join the call when I get to the event.
Yeah, for sure.
And also, thank you for not taking harshly to what I said. It's just something I observed.
We'll talk about it later, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. This is some amazing footage here. I want to go through this on Twitter. So, Morgan, I think what we're gonna do at this point is if you can talk about a storm, and then I talk about some of the reports that we've gotten, and then you talk about a storm, and then we just kind of go off of each other a little bit. I want to show this first video here from Riley Fannin. All right, Riley Fannin, KTVO, Chief Meteorologist at KTVO. This was the Wapello County tornado, seen 4 miles south of Hedrick. All right, watch this. And that's similar to what we saw, guys. We saw that too with our chasers. We saw this tornado.
Wow. Wow, it just went through wind. CC is showing up again, and that is a 147 on top of 5.
Tornado back on the ground west of Iowa City.
Tornado warning for northeastern Phelps County, east central Missouri.
So, tornado back on the ground west of Iowa City. That's heading towards Tiffin. If you live in Tiffin, you need to get in your safe space right now. Tiffin, Iowa, you need to get in your safe space.
Did it really recycle that fast?
I think it's just cell merger, honestly. Cell merger and or line. But it is on the ground right now, or it was on the ground, at least for a brief time period. Need to get in your safe space if you haven't already. Tornado on the ground south of Tiffin, west of Iowa City in Iowa. I'm gonna go back down south. Yeah, wind. Wow. Ouch. That's massive.
That's a violent signature. That is a violent signature.
Unconfirmed tornado on the ground 2 miles west of Wynn, which...
This is going to continue along 64, folks, heading into the areas that are north of Memphis. North of Memphis.
Oh, that debris signature. Oh, the debris signature.
I'm not getting scans fast. Come on.
From Memphis?
Yeah.
I just got it. That's a massive debris signature. It's a massive debris ball.
Unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. That's a new tornado warning.
Massive debris ball right there. I mean...
Tornado warning for
new tornado warning,
Cedar
Tiffin,
County
North Liberty,
in
Iowa
east central
City.
Iowa, northern Johnson County in east
and
central Iowa,
velocities just went off
southeastern
the
Lynn County in
map
east central Iowa.
on Memphis. Why does it look like that's probably inflow? Actually, I was going to say
Versailles,
it looks like there may be a
Illinois, is that
second
what you
tornado
said?
developing. Was that someone in chat, or is that
Someone said that there was a report of a tornado there too.
Damage. We got power lines down.
there is Versailles in a tornado warning? It's Parker's there actually. Mount Sterling. That's that tornado warning.
Chaser reports large tornado.
That?
Yes. Someone
Oh.
don't know
See, I
for
can't
certain,
tell.
but
It's in the middle of a radar gap.
yeah.
St. Louis, let's see. Oh, we're about to could get a tornado on the ground here north and west of St. Louis.
Yeah, that was yeah, okay.
Whiteside, Eolia, on United States 61, setting up into your area. Could be a brief tornado with that storm.
Let's even backtrack further than that. Go southwest on I-44 heading towards St. Louis.
Emergency
Near
vehicle.
Rolla.
Go down.
St.
Oh my
James, Cuba, Oak Hill. You
That
guys,
is a 3-body scatter spike.
that is a 3-body scatter spike. That is rotation as well. That's got everything. If you live in Cuba,
terrifying,
Oak
dude.
Hill, and Bourbon in Missouri, you need to get in your safe space as well.
Nate, do you need to get more water? Do you need me to talk for a couple minutes?
No, I
You need
have
to get
an
more water.
abundance of water bottles here, so I'm just...
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Just making sure.
that scared the crap out of me, dude.
Oh, Oh, velocities. Oh my gosh. That is 141 on top of 14, which is very unfortunate. That is a. I hope that guy isn't getting hit. KFOR TV forewarn. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up, hold up, hold up.
Dude. Oh my god.
Please tell me you're live.
Oh, Brandon
Corey
Kopic had
Imran.
probably one of the best shots of the Iowa tornado. He was like right next to it.
Oh my god.
What?
Nate. Wedge tornado. Wedge tornado. That storm is a wedge tornado. I can't even see where it ends. Oh my goodness gracious. Link there. Go.
I will pull that up to the
Oh
side.
my gosh.
Yeah, that is a wedge tornado. And that is a rain-wrapped wedge tornado.
Someone just hydroplaned. Someone just hydroplaned off the road on the camera.
Oh, that's terrible. And because someone
That is a wedge
hydroplaned, they're
tornado
gonna get
that
hit
is
by the
not caught
tornado
from the
too.
camera.
I don't wanna. I gotta take a minute, dude. I gotta leave. Like that's scares the crap out of me. No,
Matt, are you good?
no, you're good. You're good.
Matt, there's a tornado
yeah,
that's
we're good.
Warning for
there's a tornado
I don't
that's
know
north
if
of
it's
Riverside
County
right
in
now
south
along the
central
line. Watch
Missouri,
out.
Eastern Dent County in south central Missouri, East Central Texas County in south central Missouri.
Where?
It's north of Riverside near Hills.
Here. I don't know where that is. Oh yeah, we got caught in that tornado. Yeah, we almost got hit by that one. We almost
you
got hit
good?
by that one. We were.
Are y'all okay?
Yeah, we're good. We were. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We didn't we just got hit by the RFD of it. We're fine. Luckily we stopped in time. I had no radar coverage. I had no cell service, and neither did Hunter. We're heading east right now on Highway 22. We're trying to make it across the river. I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to reevaluate when the line passes, but we're headed east on this is State Highway 22. We are east of Kelowna. We're actually in Riverside right now. We're in the city of
Tornado
Riverside
warning
right now.
for
We were
Northern
probably
Crawford
about
County in east central Missouri,
I want to say about a mile or two
southwestern
back, and the
Franklin
RFD
County
came
in
and
east
smacked us.
central
About
Missouri,
probably I want to say what
southwestern Gasconade
a little bit
County
bigger
in
than
east
quarter
central
size hail,
Missouri.
maybe.
It came around and it produced a tornado shortly after. Folks, I'm going to reiterate again. The Parkin tornado right now that is in eastern Arkansas that's going along 64. I will post the actually here. I will post the link to the stream.
Yeah,
in
that was
chat.
a tornado, by the way. They just
It is
confirmed it.
oh my goodness, folks. And this makes me it hurts a little bit watching this. People are hydroplaning. People are driving away from the tornado. The tornado is chasing them at this point. It is a wedge that goes off the camera shot. It is shrouded in rain. Tornado emergency. Tornado emergency has been issued for Parkin and Earl. National Weather Service in Memphis
It's
has
recycling.
issued tornado warning for Crittenden and Cross counties. And I just got a new thing, so I'm going to wait a second.
Corey Inman is on that storm, right?
Tornado
I don't know
warning for
which one.
northern Crittenden County in eastern
Folks,
Arkansas,
this is a tornado
southeastern
emergency for
Cross
Crittenden and
County
Cross.
in eastern
At
Arkansas.
4:55,
Just
a
inside of
confirmed large
Fernando.
and destructive tornado was observed near Parkin, moving east at 50 miles
Large
an
and
hour.
destructive.
This is a tornado emergency for Parkin and Earl, Arkansas. This is a particularly dangerous situation, as worded by the National Weather Service in Memphis, Tennessee. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely. Complete destruction is possible. And folks, I'm going to list all the locations here. You need to listen for your area.
I don't want to.
Okay? Eastern Arkansas impacting Interstate 55, United States Route 63, and United States Route 64.
No, I think
Earl,
we need to.
Parkin,
If we're going
Gilmore,
anywhere, I think we need
Jericho,
to.
Terrell, Clarkdale, Smithdale, Three Forks, Booker, Colton, Twist, McDonald, Clore, Coldwater, Togo, Riverfront, Lansing, Whitesburg, Duval, and Lambethville. I just got another tornado
Because-
warning in my ear.
Tornado
for
warning
Iowa.
for southwestern Cedar County in east central Iowa, southeastern
it's for that
Johnson
spin
County
up
in
that
east
Matt was
central
just in.
Iowa, northwestern Muscatine County
That is a
in
new
east
tornado
central
on the
Iowa.
ground on I-80 going towards North Liberty, ladies and gents. That is a new tornado on the ground in
New
progress.
tornado on the
Spectrum
ground.
width confirmed in between
North
Coralville
Liberty.
and Tiffin. ZDR, CC, Spectrum with all confirming it, folks. Serious situation for North Liberty. You need to be in an underground shelter, lowest airmost part of your building. Folks, this is the kind of insanity that we were expecting today. This has been just crazy. We are closing in on 22Z. This is the peak of the event. We are in the middle of the peak of the event. So like I said, if you are in any of the areas that I mentioned in the tornado emergency, you need to be seeking an underground shelter, storm cellar, basement. That's it. You need to be getting into those areas. This is going to be impacting Arkansas Route 75. Basically, at the moment you receive this transition north of Parkin, areas north of Earl, and as you get towards Gilmore and Terrell on 55, you've got some time to get pillows and blankets or to get out. This thing may be occluding. And frankly, the tornado may be in the process of lifting as we speak, just looking at correlation coefficient. But a new rotation is developing to the east of Parkin. This is a definitive right mover. I'm going to pull up Memphis's wind profile really quickly here.
Yes, this is a significant tornado. And the thing of it is I was going to interrupt you. It is recycling, and it's got 2 tornadoes on the ground as of right now. More than likely 2 tornadoes. If Corey Inman, the guy that you sent me, Morgan, was he on this storm?
Yes, he is still on the storm.
There's two
driving
tornadoes.
away from it. He is driving away.
Yes, there's 2 tornadoes on that. There are 2 tornadoes. There's 2 tornadoes on the ground on that very same cell. You have the wedge, and then you have another tornado that's out in front of it that is actually starting to intensify. You know, kind of similar to what happened up in Iowa. So very significant storm. All right. It produced 1 strong tornado that went straight through wind, and there's been a plethora of damage that has been reported. There's another one that's going to form from this very same storm. It's going to move through Parkin. It's going to move near Early, and it'll probably head towards Terrell, Gilmore, and Clarkdale. So if you live in those areas in Arkansas, you need to get in your safe space now.
Matt, do you need to cut in really quickly?
Behind the scenes, I was just gonna ask.
Tornado on the ground south of Iowa City.
It looks tornado on the ground south of Iowa City.
That RFD that hit you is producing a CC confirmed tornado as we speak.
Yeah, I see that. I was just gonna ask really quickly. Right now we're headed south, on Highway 218 towards Ainsworth. I was just gonna ask. It looks to me like things are going upscale now. Would you guys concur? Or is the second line supposed to be isolated as well?
It's working on it, I will say.
It's working on upscale growth?
Yeah.
Upscale growth, yes.
Okay.
Upscale growth with QLCS mode.
Yeah, that's not a mode for me. I might stay out for a little bit longer. I don't know, because we're kind of caught in...
That's not for me, dog.
I understand.
We're caught in the QLCS.
No, I understand that. If you do want to get slammed by 80-mile-per-hour winds, then sure, you can keep going. And that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Storms are going to start to outrun you. So once again, you're that Mississippi River, right? So
yeah. I mean, even then, because even if we were to try to get to the Mississippi River, by the time we get to Illinois, everything's upscale. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think what we try to do here is we try to get back west a little bit, maybe. See if anybody needs help. See if any of these places that got hit need help.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Go for it.
I think we go search and rescue now because everything's going upscale now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do be warned though that there is a second line behind.
I see that. I'm noticing that.
All right.
I'm gonna talk with Hunter and I'll let you know what we do. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Confirmed tornado south and east of Iowa City. West Branch, you guys need to be in your safe spaces now. Underground or lowest airmost part of your building. CC has confirmed that tornado is on the ground. That is what just hit Matt and made him crap his pants. So if you guys are in that area on I-80, United States Route 6, you need to be making sure that you are in your tornado precautions, taking their tornado precautions and getting into your safe space. As well, that tornado to the north and west near North Liberty is not on the ground anymore. It is fanning. But that tornado to the south and east, I believe, is still on the ground. Will be very hard to say because there's so much rain, so debris may not be as easily lofted at this point. But folks, you're still in tornado warnings if you're in Mount Vernon, if you're in Solon, you're in your West Branch, Downey, really in Iowa City, North Liberty, you need to be taking this very seriously. If you are in Tiffin, you are safe to come out of your shelters at this point, regardless of the fact that you are still in a PDS warning that needs to be canceled. And North Liberty, once you guys are out of the heaviest rain, you guys can also come out of your shelters. I'm going to drop back down to Memphis, and that is producing another strong tornado as we speak. Tornado emergency will continue. Tornado emergency remains in effect for Parkin and Earl. A 501, a confirmed large and destructive tornado,
recycle.
Was located over Parkin, moving east at 50 miles per hour. This is a tornado emergency for Parkin and Earl.
Just giving you an update. Me and
Riley
have met up, and we're not going to be headed to a storm to our
Weather
north
spotters have
of,
confirmed a tornado at 5 o'clock. Trained
what you
weather
call
spotters
it,
confirmed a large tornado moving across Highway 64 at Riverfront. Did it stay on the
we'll
ground?
be heading to the storm of Desert.
Give me a second, Morgan.
It must have stayed on the ground.
What happened here, guys? Are you guys, what, dropping south to the next storms, or what?
I'm dropping south.
No, me and Riley met up. We're going to be actually going to the tornado warning storm to our north. The one that's in Searcy right now. So we
Okay.
should be getting on that in like no time.
All right, keep us updated. Remember, there are other significant tornadoes, so unless if you see anything that's pretty life-altering, keep it quiet.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, boss. Thank you. The park and cell did completely recycle. Look at the past few frames. It had old tornado.
Look at that elf.
Old tornado. All right. Continues to move on through. New tornado begins to develop in front of it. All right. Old tornado dies, or at least starts to weaken. New tornado starts to become a lot stronger. All right. So this is called a handoff, a mesocyclone handoff. 2 rotations combine, and then of course, you know, you got what you have right now, which is another significant tornado that is going north of Early. Terrell and Clarkdale and Gilmore. If you're over there along I-55 in Arkansas, you need to get in your safe space.
Western Illinois, Greene County in southwestern Illinois.
I'm just going to do your job really
Northern
quickly.
Jersey County in
if you guys could
southwestern
help
Illinois,
us spreading this
Northern
information
Lincoln
with as many
County
people as
in east
possible, right?
central Missouri,
Heat of the event. Heat of the event.
Southeastern
We are in the middle of
Pike
this.
County in
We've got
northeastern
multiple tornadoes ongoing, including a tornado emergency for the areas of Earl, Parkin, Gilmore, Terrell, Clarkdale, and Jericho. If you guys are in any of those areas, you need to let these people know. Like the stream. You're doing awesome with that. We are getting reach, and that is what we need right now. We need to be able to reach these people that are out there that might not know what's going on. Got to be able to be letting them know.
Right.
Continue to like the stream, share the link with friends and family on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, so that way more people may be aware of what's going on. It's very important right now that we are getting the word out, because this ain't nowhere near over. This is going to continue for at least several more hours, and then we have a QLCS threat that we need to talk about as well. As we get into the night, shear increases, helicity increases. Might still need to be talking about those vorticity axes as well, producing QLCS tornadoes as these form lines, particularly on the southern risk as well. Northern risk is already doing so. And I'm just going to really touch base on this tornado emergency here for Earl. So the CC drop isn't really classic for a strong tornado, but you guys have to take into account something. It isn't hitting much. If you take radar off, open fields, only a few trees out here. This is going to be heading up towards Clarkdale soon, and there is residents north of Earl on 64. You need to take this seriously. The velocity signature is really all you need to know in association, and the CC just went away. So CC just went away with a stronger velocity couplet. So it's very important that we are taking this seriously. Tornado emergency is in effect for areas of Earl, as well as Gilmore, Terrell, Clarkdale, and Jericho on Interstate 55. Take this seriously. If you guys are in those areas that I mentioned along 55, you have some time to get pillows, blankets, mattresses, helmets, and steel toe boots if you have them to bring into your shelter with you. Although this is moving at a rapid rate of speed, you got 15 minutes tops to do so. If you're in Jericho, go south on 55. If you want a chance to get out of this, go to Marion. You will be safe there. If you're in Clarkdale, I would advise the same thing. This is a definitive right mover. It could split the towns down the middle. Who knows? But still, there's, regardless, a lot of residents out there. North of if you're in, try that again. If you are south of Terrell, you need to either hunker down or get out. Go north on 55. If you're in Gilmore, you can go north and probably escape both the hail and the tornado threat. Are you trying to speak? I'm sorry. I feel like I'm cutting you off.
No. Although I do want to speak here, but I wasn't trying. There is a new tornado warning that's probably going to be issued here soon. Very strong rotation here. This is Western Illinois. This is Scott County and Morgan County along I-72. So this is Winchester, Jacksonville, Chapin, and Bluffs. There's going to be a new what?
There's a new tornado. There's a new tornado on the ground in Solon, on State Route 1, heading up towards Mount Vernon. That same storm that's produced the tornadoes that Matt saw. Folks, that storm is still going. That storm is still going and still producing more tornadic activity. It's confirmed debris signature, and it will continue to push off towards the Mount Vernon area. You need to take this very seriously. If you're on Mount Vernon, if you're west of Mechanicsville on United States Route 30 or in Morley, in between just about everything, you need to get into an underground shelter, lowest innermost part of your building, presumably a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornado as possible, north of Iowa City.
Oh, that one again. Yeah. But I want to go back to that tornado. They're probably going to be a new tornado warning. It's going to be for Scott. It's going to be for Morgan counties in Illinois. This is West Illinois. This is along I-72, and it's got some pretty strong rotation for this environment. It's probably the strongest storm in the area. So if you live in those areas, you need to get in your safe space now. They will issue a tornado warning for Scott, Morgan, and then probably they'll add Schuyler County, or not Schuyler, Cass County, southeastern Cass County.
Linville and Jacksonville. Jacksonville, Illinois, I will add, because we've had a Jacksonville, Arkansas that was impacted today. Jacksonville, right. Illinois. Those are the areas that will likely me in the tornado warning, as well as Chapin, or Chapin. I'm not 100% sure you pronounce that along United States Route 67 and Interstate 72. Like Nate just said, you got to be watching out when your tornado warning gets issued, because yeah, they will 100% issue a tornado warning here very soon.
I mean, let's put it this way, guys. We said it earlier in the stream. But if you get a tornado warning, all right, we're going to hear a lot of people, or a lot of these little pings, and then there's going to be a guy in the background that says, tornado warning for this county, okay? If you hear your county, all right, if you hear your county, or if you live nearby those counties, you need to get in your safe space. That is the bottom line, all right? Underground, or if you don't have an underground facility, lowest innermost part of your building. And yes, that cell near Salone and Mount Vernon is pretty significant. Listen in, new tornado warning.
Tornado warning for northwestern Cedar County in east central Iowa, northeastern Johnson County in east central Iowa, southwestern Jones County in east central Iowa, southeastern Lynn County in east central Iowa. Tornado warning for east central Crawford County in east central Missouri, northern Washington County in east central Missouri.
Hamburg, Whiteside.
Going back to the
Missouri and Illinois. northeast of St. Louis. Northwest of St. Louis, pardon me. Northwest of St. Louis.
Right.
I'm just gonna touch up on something really quickly. New confirmed tornado warning has been issued for Mount Vernon and areas to the north and to the north of Mount Vernon. So if you guys are in that area, you need to be watching out. That storm is continuing to produce tornadoes. Got a very good velocity couplet. That is what. Nate, I need a second.
Nate to Morgan, copy.
Give me a second. Yes, go for it. What do you got? The funny occurred.
Ow. Okay. Hurt my face.
Morgan or Nate, if you guys can hear me, we're sitting here south of the tornado warning cell. It is currently spinning. Me and Riley can point out that there is left and right movement.
Is this the cell that's in Griffithville?
That is the severe thunderstorm warning at Griffithville.
Okay.
Griffithtown, I believe.
Oh.
All right, keep
Hey,
us
Nate.
updated. Watch out for it. Yeah.
Nate, we got to be way more aware of these storms than I thought.
Well,
Look on the look at the tornado warning for West Branch, east of Iowa City. That just produced a tornado out of nowhere. Really no velocity, really no reflectivity either associated with it. That just spawned a tornado that is possibly still on the ground. And it's very hard to tell on radar signatures.
I think if we are going to see anything, we need to make sure spectrum width is on. Because spectrum width clearly sees that it is.
That's true.
Um,
Spectrum width does agree as much as reflectivity and velocity maybe doesn't.
might have to use it as a dual panel. Let me do two
Yeah.
panel.
Yeah.
Spectrum width. There we go. But need to watch out here, guys. Lot of rotations across the board here in Iowa. Very strong rotations that are just spinning up and just gusting really hard. Very strong damaging winds, even out in front of these tornado warnings. All right, if these don't produce tornadoes, they will produce some very strong damaging winds. So at minimum, we're talking 70 to 80 mile per hour winds. That is around, if not above, hurricane force. You guys need to take this seriously. All right, very strong damaging winds associated with all of these storms.
513, this is an update for the tornado emergency that has been downgraded to a PDS tornado warning. At 513, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Earl Wind at 50 miles an hour. This is a radar confirmed tornado. This is a particularly dangerous situation, as worded by the National Weather Service in Memphis, Tennessee. Crittenden County, Arkansas, this tornado warning remains in effect for you guys. This is heading up towards the area of Terrell. It needs to recycle. It needs to recycle, and that RFD just doesn't look quite right now. But folks, you still got to. Never mind. Never mind. You're south of Terrell, north of Clarkdale. You got to be taking this very seriously. Underground, the lowest, airmost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can move as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible.
Right.
Particularly if you're in those areas, it has been wobbling for Kingdom Come. Clarkdale or Terrell, you can't be taking any chances with this at all. Terrell, if it occludes, it'll be going right towards you. Clarkdale, if it becomes a little bit more of a right mover, will be heading right towards you. Gilmore, you need to be taking this seriously as well as Jericho, but you guys are maybe a little bit too far north and south on the extremes of the warning. That's a new tornado warning.
Tornado warning for East Central Grant County in central Arkansas, northwestern Jefferson County in southeastern Arkansas.
Yeah, I could not have been more wrong. Wow.
The more things change, the more they stay the same, right?
Me being wrong or something else?
We still have traffic cameras.
Oh my gosh. still producing a tornado that now it's actually showing up on velocities. That makes sense. It's still producing a tornado heading up towards Tipton. If you're in Tipton in safe space now, State Route 38 and State Route 130 in Iowa, you got to be taking this seriously. Underground to lowest innermost part of your building. Additionally, Mount Vernon, that's a strong signature. I don't know what's going to make of that. It's an embedded supercell structure with nothing really confirmed on the ground going right
Actually,
up
let's
one.
go this.
You need to be in your safe space as well. Or do we have cameras?
And
On,
hey, Nate Morgan, I have
I-55.
I have this tornado thing. I'm certain that this thing is probably going
You're certain that what?
just a little bit of. We have. I don't know if you can see it on the stream to the left. It is very. It's getting its
Low
act
wall cloud.
very well together quickly.
It's a low wall cloud.
That is a very low wall cloud. Wow.
Are y'all with Riley at this point? Mike, Ethan, them.
Yes, we are with Riley. I'm sorry. I'm stepping on the car. Me and Riley are
Absolutely.
talking about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
I'll give any updates or anything.
Yep. I'm gonna keep this camera right here. I'm gonna keep this camera here. It's crossing I-55 right now. It's north of West Memphis, south of Terrell. It's the Arkansas dot. People are stopping. Is that the tornado that just crossed the road?
Southeastern Cedar County in east central Iowa, northwestern Scott County in east central Iowa.
That looks like the tornado just crossed the road in front of us.
Central Iowa.
Either that or it's very close.
There's a lot of dirt. Lot of dirt.
I'm saying it's very close. Folks.
Because they stopped. Oh, that is the tornado.
There's a chance. Yeah, there you go. You can see
tornado
it.
Right there.
For northeastern
That's a tornado.
Crawford
Folks,
County in east central
this is
Missouri.
very serious.
Northwestern
Between
Washington
Clarkdale and
County
Terrell.
in east central Missouri.
You need to be watching out for
Southeastern
this.
Franklin County in east central Missouri.
Extremely serious situation.
Another tornado right there, guys. It's crossing the road right in front of us right here. It's crossing the road right in front of us. If you guys live in Gilmore, Terrell, Clarkdale, need to get in your safe space right now. Tornado is right here, right in front of us, right here on the camera. All right, we are watching it live here in eastern Arkansas. And we've seen numerous tornadoes already today, and I mean numerous. I mean, we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of tornado footage from cameras. We've seen it from our chasers. We've seen it from everybody. All right? People need to treat this very seriously. All right? And yeah, we've got even a chaser right in front of us that is clearly spotting right here. Yeah, it's not our chaser, but it's just a chaser that's just taking a bunch of pictures and whatnot. Need to take this very, very seriously if you haven't already. All right, this is a storm that could potentially produce a strong tornado.
Look at that supercell structure. Wow.
Yep. Need to get in your safe space. So let's go look at the radar again. Terrell, Clarkdale. All right. You guys are in the immediate path. That's where the tornado is heading towards right now. All right. It might even split you two. There's a good chance it might split. All right. It will, after that, head off into Tennessee, Tipton County, northern Shelby County. If you live in those areas, that's where this will head. So, Gilt Edge, Covington, Atoka, that stuff over there. That's where this tornado will head to. So you need to get in your safe space if you haven't already. Let's go back to the live footage. Let's go back to the camera. It is crossing the road right now as we speak.
Funnel in the middle of that wall cloud. There's a funnel. Yeah, might be, yeah. So potential funnel and that severe thunderstorm warning as well. That's northeast of Little Rock. Northeast of Little Rock. Let me pull that up here for you guys.
That is a very low base. Like it's almost touching down at the moment.
Yeah, if you're near, wow. Yeah, that does look like that could be a funnel and/or tornado. That probably could be a tornado
Looks
right
like-
now.
That actually looks like it's on the ground.
Yeah, that looks like it's on the ground. You see
Tornado
that,
warning
guys?
for southwestern
That's another
Jackson
tornado.
County in east central Iowa, northern Cedar County in east central Iowa,
That's another
southeastern
tornado.
Jones County in east central Iowa, northwestern Clinton County in east central Iowa.
That is another tornado.
Mike, on the ground, yes or no? Can you tell?
I'm gonna go back to the other footage here. I wonder if this is a traffic accident that they're holding it for. I wonder.
Really?
Unconfirmed reports there. Large branches, down in wind. Doesn't sound as bad
Oh
as it
my
used to, thank
gosh.
goodness.
Tipton tornadoes down again. That's a strong velocity couplet. That's a lot of spectrum. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Jeez,
Lot
wow.
lot of stuff going on.
Oh,
Yeah, that's from another chaser that was in the area. Kyoto took a direct hit. So we're headed to Kyoto search and rescue.
It's unfortunate.
all right. Make sure those guys are okay. If you see anything, please be sure to report back. But you know they're the priority there. Just help them out as much as you can.
Yeah, I
Oh,
will.
Nate, break. Large tornado. Large tornado, Tipton. Very large tornado. Huge CC drop.
Yeah, that is a pretty.
Oh, and that one on I-80. Wow. I wonder. Hold up.
Wow. Oh, that's a discrete supercell on I-80. That's a supercell in the line that's
Yes,
embedded.
It is.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's
it is.
Yeah, I'll check it.
That is embedded on I-80. Yeah, 100%. That is a those are supercells within the line. And we're just gonna keep calling counties, all right? Cedar County in Iowa, you need to get in your safe space now.
Tornado
Look at that
warning
tornado
for
warning.
I just sent you.
central Delaware County in northeastern Iowa.
Scott County, all right? Northern Scott County in
Oh.
Iowa, you need to get in your safe space now.
Huge.
Clinton,
Yeah.
Clinton County, you need to get in your safe space. Jones County, you need to get in your safe space. Jackson, I would wait just a little bit, but Jackson, you guys could probably need to get in your safe space here in a second. Very strong tornadoes. That one over there near Clarence is going to be pretty strong. That's a PDS now. That has officially been upgraded to a PDS. Loudon,
As it should be.
Toronto, Oxford Junction, and Lost Nation there in Iowa. If you're in those areas, you need to get in your safe space right now.
That storm heading towards Bennett, velocities have gone off the map, and on that storm near Clarence, I'm getting a velocity reading of 110 on top of 51. Folks, you have to take everything seriously at this point. You have to take every warning seriously. This is why we said at the beginning of the stream, you cannot take one thing lightly. Can't take anything lightly.
Strong
That's a
debris
huge
signature.
debris ball. That's a huge debris ball going towards Clarence. That is a strong debris signature heading towards Bennett and New Liberty as well. Folks, very serious. Heading up towards the United States Route 30. Very serious what we have going on right now. You got to take everything in a serious manner.
Right. I mean,
and that is a PDS. You're right. 526 confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Clarence or near Tipton, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour at these speeds. This is a particularly dangerous situation, as read by the National Weather Service in the Quad Cities.
So you can see the path of these storms here. I took storm motion, but I also took a little direction monitor, if you will. You can see this white line, and it shows the direction in which these tornadoes are moving. All right, so Clarence, Toronto, Loudon. Those areas in Iowa need to get in their safe space immediately. Bennett, Dixon, even southern Loudon heading off into US Highway 30 towards Wheatland and Calamus. you guys need to get in your safe space as well. New Liberty, you need to get in your safe space, all right? When we say Cedar County, Iowa, you need to get in your safe space. Jones County, you need to get in your safe space. And Clinton County, as well as Scott County, Northern Scott County, they need to get in their safe space. When we say those things, we don't say it just to mess around. We say it because we mean it. We mean it at the highest degree. Not just because it's, just a tornado, but because of what we've seen earlier on today from previous tornadoes. All right? We know the environment. We know it's volatile enough to be significant. And just on the off chance, which in this case, both of these storms are, the one in Bennett has become very significant. I am now seeing 60 or 76 on top of 99. I mean, look at that. That right there is a 175 mile per hour delta velocity, give or take.
And Nate, I'm going to interject. Violent tornado genesis has just taken place on that storm that is heading into Tennessee now. Violent tornado genesis has taken place. I'm reading 118 on top of 40. Folks, that supercell is going as well for the third time. That is going to continue to push off towards the north and east. Covington, you guys are up in a while. You've got some time. You need to get pillows, blankets, helmets, hard toe shoes on the off chance that this heads towards your area. This is heading on a beeline for United States Route 51, north of Millington and north of the Memphis, Tennessee radar site. This supercell has been undergoing violent tornado genesis for quite some time now. When we say that, we're saying the supercellular structure forms, and it cycles and cycles and cycles and cycles and continues to produce tornadoes. This has produced tornadoes while cycling. This has had multiple tornadoes on the ground at once. It crossed I-55. We had a report of a tornado down there. It's still going. Ladies and gentlemen, this is still going. And this is heading off towards some populated areas. It's going to be heading off towards Interstate 40 here in a little bit. So you've got time to prepare. That's the important thing. You have time to prepare if you are in these areas. You need to take advantage of it.
Right.
20 minutes. 20 to 25 minutes. If you are in Brighton and Atoka to prepare for this. It's a new tornado warning.
I'd already heard it already.
Morgan and Nate, come in.
What's up?
Me and Riley is sitting here watching this cell for the wall cloud. It's really fizzling off, but we're very confused of what to potentially do. I'd like your inputs.
East on 40.
What's going on?
Go east. Continue to go east on 40. Nate.
Illinois.
Oh my God.
What?
Look at that tornado.
Illinois.
Memphis radar. Look at that tornado.
I would like to know the reason why.
89 on top of 126.
Oh my goodness. Let me take care of this. Listen, there's more storms that are south of Little Rock, and they're going to keep moving, and they're going to move into the actual high-risk area, all right? So if you want more storms to go chase, those are the ones to do it, east on 40. Yeah, that is a very significant tornado. Wow. That probably is one of the strongest delta velocities I've seen this close to our radar. 123, and I'm going to repeat what you just said. 123 on top of 90. That is very, very strong.
That's a violent tornado signature, folks.
And
it might have occluded. It might be occluding.
I think it part occluded. In order to produce the tornado in itself, it needed to kind of occlude a little bit of its RFD.
It had to surge a little bit more. PDS continues for that storm.
And the best part about that for right now, all right, obviously, we don't like the fact that it's producing a significant tornado, but if we take the radar off, thank the Lord it's not hitting a populous area. Thank the Lord it's not hitting, a city, a town.
Thank the Lord it's not a few miles south.
We're so happy.
All right, so here's our other tornado. Okay, we gotta.
Folks, Memphis is not that far south. That is still a strong tornado. That is a huge debris signature. Absolutely huge debris signature.
Oh, I went to the pink. Went to the pink, to the bright pink.
Failed occlusion.
More than likely. That's what I'm assuming.
Failed occlusion. I've got 125 on top of 67. Still a violent
Oh
tornado on
my-
the ground.
This might be one of the craziest velocity signatures I have seen, and I can go into it all day. But for right now, I'm going to hold myself. I'm going to limit myself, okay? It still has the opportunity to turn left. It still has an opportunity to turn left because it's not done occluding. It's not done.
No.
And the reason why I say that...
And also is the chance to become a right mover.
Well, but the reason why I say that is because I want you to compare reflectivity real quickly. I want you to outline the reflectivity. You can see the hook curls around, and then you have your outflow boundary just like this, correct? We also have our forward flank right here, and then our outflow boundary just like this, correct? I want you to pair it with velocities, and you will see, all right? First off, there's your tornado. But on the southern side of the tornado, where the rear flank downdraft is jutting, there is an entirely separate burst of winds that is going to try to either A, amplify this rotation, or B, allow it to turn left. So my hunch here is that it's not done turning left, but if this thing does amplify here, which we'll see in the next scan, that's the reason why. It's because the RFD is still surging, and the RFD has kind of displaced itself from the actual tornado. The tornado is moving a little bit more left.
It turned right.
And that's the reason why it went with option 2. It went with option 2. So the RFD did surge completely, and now it is.
Oh my god, that's the strongest velocity signature I think I may have ever seen. Just from I'm not even talking like pixel to pixel. I'm just talking like as a whole.
Like right next to the radar hole?
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing of it is here too, guys, I'm going to say this as well. All right? We talk about ZDR arcs. We talk about how these storms need them in order for you to be able to understand and comprehend if these things are going to sustain or not. I mean, that is as bona fide of a ZDR arc as you can get. That tells you that this thing is going to intensify. That tells you that this thing is going to sustain. So this thing's going to be here for a while.
Bennett, Iowa, I really hope you were in your safe space. That tornado is still on the ground. Also, a new tornado is on the ground to the north and east of Clarence. That is still going. There is still a PDS in effect for that storm as well. It's a radar confirmed signature. That's a new tornado warning. And it's an extension of the northernmost rotation on that line.
Tornado warning for southwestern Dubuque County in
still
northeastern
going.
Iowa.
Still a tornado on the
Central
ground.
Jones
Then
County
it is still a
in east
tornado on the
central
ground.
Iowa.
That's going to head up towards
Southeastern
Wheatland
Delaware
on
County
the United States
in
Route 30 here
northeastern
very
Iowa.
soon, as well as Calamus. This is incredible stuff, people. Incredible stuff. You don't see this very often, almost at all. You've got 2 violent tornado parameter spaces entirely separate from each other for different reasons.
Northern Iowa. Delaware County.
Probably Bennett.
Delaware County. It's not Bennett. It's Oneida, Earlville, Greeley. If you're in Delaware County, you need to get in your safe space now. Reports of damage of buildings down on Burrington Road and South 5th Street. If you are in Delaware County, if you are in Clayton County, specifically southeastern Clayton County, northwestern, I believe that's Dubuque County, Dubuque County in eastern Iowa,
northwestern Scott County
you need to get in your safe space, all right? Northwest Dubuque County, and then we're also talking about Grant County in Wisconsin. If you're in those areas, I would recommend you guys get in your safe space right now.
Wow.
I
can't even really see that either because we have no radar up there.
Exactly. That's why I'm just sticking with Davenport. I'm sticking with Davenport at this point.
New confirmed tornado warning downstream of Bennett at embedded supercell.
Right.
Folks, I'm going to reiterate this again. You're going to hear me say this a lot, especially as we get towards the latter end. Red Cross, FEMA, charitable donations, if you can, if you are in a position to do so, name it and they need it. There's a lot of communities being impacted here today. Widespread area. If you are in a position to give, please consider doing so, or spread the word to people that you may know that are also able to give, because little will go a long way for these towns. And some of these areas that were hit really hard today in Iowa, maybe some areas that we're unaware of that are currently being hit right now in Tennessee. And oh my God, how is that still doing what it's doing? It may be going outflow dominant, though. That's one thing I am noticing. It looks like the RFD is jutting out a little bit more from where the original tornado is.
Yep.
But at the same time, I don't like where that sets up for a cycling pattern going into actual populace along 51 going into Covington. And it is definitely doing so. It's still strong tornado on the ground right now, although debris may be starting to fan. Still a tornado on the ground, still heading towards Brighton and Covington. Folks, listen, I'm saying this tornado may lift right now. Please refer to the numerous times that we have said that it is lifted just for it to go right back on the ground again 10 minutes later.
Right.
This thing could very well cycle back again. It may take a little bit, but this could cycle back again. Brighton and Covington, you guys need to be watching this like a hawk at this point in time. You need to be watching this very closely.
I would even say Atoka as well. Atoka.
Yes. Atoka particularly, even for significant straight line damaging winds with the RFD, because that thing's probably no joke.
Right.
A lot of not populace per se, but there's a lot of residents up and around this area: Burleson, Garland, Covington, Brighton, along 51. Folks, take this very seriously. If you know anyone who's in that area, please be sure to let them know that this is ongoing. If you know of anybody that might be around the area or anyone that might be interested in what's going on, copy the link, share Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, socials, text messages, stuff like that. We gotta get this out.
Just check in. I know you said there's nothing like if it's emergency. There's no cells currently ongoing, so we're just gonna go towards Carlisle and probably sit there and wait till that cell matures.
Carlisle.
Tornado warning for southwestern Jackson County in east central Iowa.
10-4 sounds good.
Tell them to go further than that. Go to Forest City.
Southeastern Jones
Ping
County
me in the
in
chat,
east central Iowa.
You need
Northwestern
if you need
Clinton
anything
County in
possibly.
east
Nate is
central
suggesting
Iowa.
that you go to Forest City. If you have any thoughts on that, get back to me.
Like Brinkley, Forest City.
Tornado emergency.
Yep. Just got upgraded. Wow.
Yep.
Did you read the mesoscale discussion on the this cell or no?
I haven't looked at any mesoscale discussion. Tornado emergency at 5:39. A confirmed large and destructive tornado was located near Dixonville, 8 miles northeast of Meeman, Shelby Forest State Park, moving east at 45 miles an hour. This is a tornado emergency for Dixonville, Quito, and Drummonds. This is a particularly dangerous situation as worded by the National Weather Service in Memphis, Tennessee. Like I said, still producing a tornado right now, although it may lift momentarily. It can cycle right back and produce another tornado as it gets towards 51. You gotta take this seriously. I don't care what you think it may be doing or what we think it may be doing. If you are in a tornado warning, you need to be taking the utmost precautions just on what we've seen today. That thing in northern Iowa right now that has a PDS, we couldn't even see, period. And we couldn't even see if there was rotation on it because it's so far away from the radar, which is the limitation of what we do. It's difficult for us to really gauge stuff that's going on farther away from the radar site. It's important that you are taking your own prerogatives and taking to your tornado precaution, taking to your tornado safe spaces. There you go, Morgan. Taking to your tornado safe spaces when something gets issued like this, whether that be an interior bathroom or closet, a storm cellar or a basement, or some other sturdy structure that maybe you don't have. Maybe you're in a mobile home. Mobile homes don't cut it at all, period, for anything. Got to be taking everything that we say seriously. And it's not just for show. It is not just for show. We saw what Matt had. We saw the tornado that went through Little Rock on the cameras. Then we saw what happened on radar. We're watching what this thing in Tennessee is doing right now. It's not for show. This is significant stuff.
Right. Someone asked about the difference between a PDS and a tornado emergency. A PDS is a large tornado. All right. It says that there is a large tornado on the ground. And a tornado emergency has a large violent tornado that can be deadly. So it's a step up in regards to intensity, in regards to the wording of the tornado warning. Someone said they needed me. Who is it?
Matt, then.
We've got damages. We got damage West of Kyoto, major damage.
Oof.
Power lines are down. We've got major tornado damage west of Kyoto, guys.
This is the damage that was with Matt's tornado over here. The twin tornadoes that were over there. Wow. Some of the
road, and then right back here, right where my fingers. You guys. We need to see if
he says that's a house.
Wow, this is bad. This is terrible, guys. This is terrible.
Can you hear me okay, Alex?
Look at the truck. Look at the truck. It's yeah. Dude. The truck completely crumbled. Wow, this is bad, guys. This is bad.
Go check to see. I mean, I'm assuming with all the cars there that they figured out, but go check to see if they need anything.
Yeah.
That house is
gone.
Can't even tell.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
All right, Matt. Report.
I didn't know it was the house when I came up on.
Matt, report back on Zillow if you find anything, because you're kind of cutting out a little bit, and Discord takes a lot.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3.
That second tornado that formed when he was still on 92, that was moving at like 70, 75, just around the thing.
Right. I mean,
just incredible motion. Incredible motion.
Davenport, I want to mention, though you are not in a tornado warning, you are in a damage threat considerable severe thunderstorm warning with tornado possible tags. So, and I say tags because up and down the line, including a supercell that's out in front of the line, there is a chance for tornadoes that could exist. There's specifically one that's over near New Boston in Illinois that'll move to the Joy, the Buffalo Prairie area, and they just issued a new tornado warning because of it. So throw that out the window. Davenport, you're in a tornado warning. Listen in.
Tornado warning for
I'm right out
Rock Island
front of
County
that.
in northwestern Illinois, northwestern Mercer County in
Give me a second,
northwestern
Cass.
Illinois, Scott County in east central Iowa, eastern Muscatine County in east central Iowa, south central Clinton County in east central Iowa.
So where would that be then, Cassidy? Where would that be at? Where would you be at?
I'm he's parked.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
It's right along the Mississippi.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, watch out for that. It looks like if you look at the storm, it's just south of the tornado warning. Just south of the tornado warning. Buffalo Prairie, New Boston, and Aledo. That's the one that I would watch out for tornadoes.
Yeah, that's the one I'm in right now. I'm literally just south of Buffalo.
All right, keep
on the Illinois side.
Keep watching it, all right? Appreciate it.
Which way do you want us to go?
I would probably stay on 80, and I would probably move east on 80 because these storms are gonna
We're
be.
on 92 right now.
Well, I know you guys are there,
We're
right?
on 92.
So I would head east on 92, get to 280, and then get on 74, 280. So get 280. And that intersection of 74 and 80, or at least probably even the intersection of 280 and 74 near Coal Valley. That might be like the airport, the airport down there. Airport would probably.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Let's go back down south to the tornado emergency because it's going back again.
I'll tell you what, really quickly. Davenport, you need to be in an underground shelter now.
Yes.
I don't care. That doesn't look like much of anything. National Weather Service is not taking any chance. That is a consolidating rotation. There's also a cell to the south of it that looks like it may be coming up soon. Can't take any chances with this, folks.
Oh, yeah.
None at all. None at all. Davenport, You need to be in an underground shelter, lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet without any windows. If you're in a mobile home, get out of it and find a sturdy structure, sturdy building. Just
new tornado warning.
Tornado warning for Southern Prairie County in central Arkansas, southeastern Lonoke County in central Arkansas, north central Jefferson County in southeastern Arkansas, northwestern Arkansas County in southeastern Arkansas.
I'm free. Start.
Yeah. Just to kind of play off of what Morgan said. Davenport, Iowa. Right along the border of Davenport, Iowa, and everywhere else in Illinois over there. Milan, Hampton, LeClaire, all those areas. And even south of Davenport, you need to get in your safe space, underground, or lowest innermost part of your building. That's a damage threat, destructive, severe thunderstorm warning for Dubuque, Bellevue, and Mount Carroll, and all the surrounding areas in that area. So Mississippi River, northwestern Illinois into eastern Iowa, and potentially even southwestern Wisconsin. Damage threat, destructive, severe thunderstorm warning with hurricane force winds, 80 mile per hour wind gusts in that. So get in your safe space. I want to go back to the tornado emergency down south because it is trying to recycle. First off,
it's very concerning.
Yeah, Gilt Edge, Burleson, Garland, Covington, Brighton. If you're in those areas, you need to get in your safe space right now if you haven't already. All right, this storm is going to continue to go. This storm is going to continue to rotate over and over and over again. And there's a good chance this one probably will produce another strong tornado sometime soon. So you need to watch out. You need to have a tornado action plan, tornado precautionary plan, and you need to get into a sturdy building, all right? Because mobile homes are not going to do it for you, all right? Covington, Tennessee. Covington, Tennessee. If you are in and around Covington, Tennessee, near Garland, Gilt Edge, Burleson, we'll add Henning as well, and Brighton. You need to get into your safe space right now, because that's where the storm is going to be heading off towards.
From earlier, PMs. Wow.
Yeah. That is an ouch.
That's unbelievable.
Just confirming, that was the tornado that we were on, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I thought so.
Just unbelievable. And Nate, it is trying to recycle. It's got to get rid of some of the. No, it doesn't. That's a tornado on the ground near 51.
Which one?
Oh my gosh.
That's another tornado.
I have never seen that.
What?
How? That's insane. If in case you didn't pay attention,
That's
to
a
what
new
Nate
meso.
just said,
Entirely new meso.
Really? Did it hand off?
Go to 10-degree tilt.
Wow, it is going to hand off. That is going to be the new. That's going to be the new supercell.
Yep.
Wow.
That is a new tornado.
In case you didn't pay attention to what Nate just said, Covington, safe space yesterday. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building. Brighton, safe space yesterday as well. That is on the ground. That is doing damage. ZDR verifies. Spectrum with verifies. CC verifies.
Yeah. That is
That's a new PDS for Covington and Brighton. It's a new tornado warning, including Henning as well. Tennessee Route 54, United States Route 51.
Thing just recycled. It really just recycled straight up. But it not only just recycled, it
northeastern Tipton County in West Tennessee, southeastern Lauderdale County in West Tennessee, west central Haywood County in West Tennessee.
Man, this is unbelievable. Still on the ground, still doing damage.
Yep. Old one's not on the ground anymore. It is occluding. New one, however, near Brighton, heading to Covington, is going to be on the ground here if it hasn't already. Gonna be a pretty significant storm right here that's gonna move up. So watch out. Watch out. They're thinking about the storm. They need to get out in front of the storm. They're too busy trying to drive towards it that they're missing it.
That's kind of what I did in my first chase too.
They need to get out in front. It's the only way they're going to be able to do anything.
Another tornado warning. That's a huge tornado warning. South of Davenport. That's a huge tornado warning.
Tornado warning for northeastern Henderson County in west central Illinois, northern Warren County in west central Illinois, south central Rock Island County in northwestern Illinois, Mercer County in northwestern Illinois, northeastern Des Moines County in southeastern Iowa, southeastern Louisa County in southeastern Iowa.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances, folks. You're south of Davenport on 67. Seton, Aledo, New York, Joy, Keithsburg, Viola, Burgess, Alexis, Matherville. You need to be in your safe space. West of Alpha, west of Orion, northwest of Galesburg. Northwest of Galesburg, that is an area that you will be familiar with if you're from the area. You need to be underground or in the lowest airmost part of your building. Safe space now.
That was like a mobile home.
And there is a lot of storms that are starting to rotate on that line. On the border of Iowa and Illinois. A lot of them.
They refuse to take any chance, which is the right call right now.
One thing that I must say, it's gotten to the point to where the line has now materialized more into more of a strong damaging wind event. Things are now more of a significant wind producer, and this here is going to be part 2, essentially. All right, this is the beginning of part 2 of this massive tornado outbreak and or severe weather event, which in my honest opinion at this point, you can just slap tornado outbreak on it and it'd be true. This is part 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. This entire line that is currently over into portions of Iowa and Illinois, and I'll show you guys here on this outlook that we have. This will be a significant damaging wind event. We'll listen to the tornado warning here right now, but give it a sec.
Tornado warning for southeastern Jackson County in east central Iowa, eastern Clinton County in east central Iowa.
So, the progression of this line now, which is over in Davenport, it is right here. This line will move southeast. And this is part 2. You're going to have this entire line that's going to continue to produce tornadoes along it. It is going to move through areas like Davenport, Peoria, Ottawa, Springfield, Champaign, and Indianapolis, and the surrounding areas in that general vicinity. This entire area here in the pink for strong damaging winds is the next event, the next chapter of all this. We are expecting 80, 90, maybe even 100-mile-per-hour winds possible within that line.
153 on 37.
Break. Even stronger break. Tornado on the ground north of DeWitt. Strong tornado off the line. That's heading to Welton. That's heading to Charlotte. Strong tornado on the ground right now from the line.
I'm sorry, Covington, you need to be safe space yesterday. Violent tornado on the ground. Violent tornado heading towards your area right up 51. All residences there, you need to be underground. Safe room.
Wow.
Storm cellar, basement, nothing else. Nothing else. And you have no time. You have 0 time. That really... That old mezzo is about to just get absorbed into the forward flank. And this is going to take over.
And I think it's split because of it.
Seen.
Yeah.
Not quite yet. Look at
no,
ZDR.
it is. It
Not
did.
quite yet.
No, it
Very
did.
soon.
And the only reason why I say it did is because look at the rear portion of the ZDR. Notice its old arc. Notice its old arc.
Now it did. Okay.
Heading up in the
right.
Garland.
My fault.
Yeah, that is a significant tornado. Covington, Tennessee. We've been talking about Covington, Tennessee for a long while. If you haven't already, you need to go now. You need to get in your safe space if you're in Covington.
This is as serious as it gets, folks. As serious as it gets. That is 148 on top of 32.
That is a very strong tornado right in there. I want to talk about Iowa real quickly, though. I know this is a strong tornado. That is a very strong tornado near Welton and DeWitt along the line. Charlotte, Preston, areas near Highway 61, in Clinton County. You need to get in your safe space if you're in Iowa. Clinton County, Iowa, get in your safe space immediately. Charlotte and Goose Lake, you guys are in the path of this in Iowa. You need to get in your safe space right now. It is imperative that you guys heed these warnings. Is Davenport on the ground? Not quite yet. It's still, the line needs to kind of materialize a little bit more. It's stuff that's north of Davenport that is on the ground. Yeah, that cell in Clinton County. That's just immense, man. Yeah, Covington, that's a tornado emergency.
That is a tornado emergency, yep. 5:59, a confirmed large and destructive tornado is located over Covington and it's moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. This is a tornado emergency for Covington as worded by the National Weather Service in Memphis, Tennessee. This is a particularly dangerous situation. You need to take cover now. Covington, Ripley, Brighton, Henning, Burleson, Garland, Orisa,
Wow.
Wide, Durhamville, Gift, Tabernacle, Turnpike, Temple, Opossum, and Rialto.
That's the strongest CDR arc I've ever seen. At least
unbelievable signature.
At least maybe Dodge City. Dodge City was probably had a strong ZDR arc that I've studied. Now, sure, that might be this close to the radar, but that's probably one of the strongest ZDR arcs I've ever seen.
And that is still an insane signature.
It's still going. Guys, Lauderdale County, all right? Southeastern Lauderdale. Eastern Tipton, northeastern Tipton. Western to northwestern Haywood County. All right?
We've got major damage, Nate. Watch this.
Well, hold up. We got Matt, we got a tornado emergency right now. Matt.
Okay.
We've got a very significant storm right now. Very significant storm that's moving on through, heading off into Haywood County, southeastern Lauderdale County in Tennessee. If you live in these areas, you need to get in your safe space right now. This is some very strong rotation. Very strong. You can see the normalized rotation. You can see how strong it is.
Probably off the chart.
It is off the chart. It is off the chart. It goes up to 3. It goes beyond 3 in this instance. So Covington, there's a tornado emergency that has been issued for your area. Now we can look towards areas like Henning and Brownsville. As if you live in Henning and Brownsville here in Tennessee, you need to get in your safe space. This is southeastern Lauderdale. This is western and northwestern Haywood. If you're in those counties, you need to get in your safe space. Northeastern Tipton, too.
Southeastern Menard County in central Illinois. Southwestern Logan County in central Illinois.
Far ahead,
Northwestern
but it's very
Sangamon
necessary
County
with this
in
storm.
central Illinois.
Brownsville, you need to be watching what this thing does.
Right, very much so.
You need to be watching what this thing does very, very closely.
Cells that Ethan and Riley might be going towards just got a tornado warning on it, so.
Yep.
Yeah, Brinkley. I'm telling you, man. If they just get out in front of it and then let the things come to them,
tornado warning
it'll work. True facts.
Southeastern Woodruff County in eastern Arkansas.
Yep.
East Central Prairie County in central Arkansas.
That's also a
Northwestern
confirmed
Monroe
tornado
County
just
in
north of
eastern
Springfield,
Arkansas.
Illinois. So if you guys are in that area, you need to take that very seriously. That is still a tornado in progress going towards Charlotte. And it just lofted a lot more.
That's a
debris.
confirmed
Goodness
tornado
gracious.
northwest of Springfield. Northwest of Springfield,
That is
Illinois.
what- Yeah, that's what I just mentioned.
Yeah.
Charlotte, you need to be in your safe space. Underground, lowest innermost part of your building. Very, very serious situation we have going on down there. How do they confirm the thing down in? Oh, because someone just reported it. Tim Moore.
Yeah.
Just reported a tornado with no notes. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry for not being able to read over donations. I hope you guys understand. It's not
priorities. We will we can get to it after.
Right.
Copy the name, Morgan. Small update. We are on I-40. Our storm just went tornado warned. We're going to be currently following behind it. So if the storm does do something, we will be able to see it.
All right.
Did they get lost behind it?
They're behind it.
That's what I did. Learn from my
And that is the
mistakes.
Hazen Brinkley tornado warned cell.
Yes, they're on the Brinkley one on 40. All right. Keep us updated with that. See if you can catch up to it. If not, you're gonna have to get the storm that's near Pine Bluff down south. Once again,
Did you say that to them or no? Do you want me to say that to them?
They probably just heard me.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
They're in the Discord call. I gotta say, that's probably one of the best supercell structures of a forward flank downdraft I have seen. And if I can guarantee you right now, if we go to the vertical wind profiles right now, it says resource limit reached, I think.
I can't. It won't work.
Wow.
Oh, never mind. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
it's working now. Let's see what Memphis is working with, shall we?
I got it for you right now.
I'm looking at it right now. Or at least I hope I'm looking at it right now. Will it work?
You've got 550 1 kilometer helicity and 45 knots this year.
Yeah, that's an ouch. That is... I'll tell you what, that's exactly what I saw on the HRRR. It's exactly what I saw on the HRRR.
And before it went through, can you go back in time a little bit before it went through?
I did.
Look at the stream-wise in it.
It's...
Before it went over the radar.
It's... That is...
And the thing is, that environment, if there was a supercell trailing right behind it, that environment would still produce a strong tornado.
You could have an entire line of strong tornadoes.
Yeah.
It's just gotta be semi-discreet.
Still on the ground. Still on the ground, still doing damage. Brownsville, you need to be on high alert. This is a right mover.
Oh,
this is a right mover.
Slinging everything. Debris has been slinged out in front of it.
Slung.
Slung. Sling slung. Sling slung. I knew it didn't sound right as soon as it came out of my mouth. Then again, a lot of stuff that I say doesn't sound about right, so.
There's a time and place and isn't now. Hold my tongue.
Yeah, ZDR arc is weakened, but it's still very strong. ZDR arc is weakened, but it's still very strong.
Tornado warning for northwestern Logan County in central Illinois, south central Woodford County in central Illinois, southeastern Tazewell County in central Illinois, east central Mason County in central Illinois.
Bookend vortex.
Could just be actually a QLCS.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm wrong. Embedded supercell structure, QLCS type tornado. Could also have another one to the north of San Jose with it. Got to take this seriously and get into your tornado safe space. Tornado shelters. If you are in New Holland, Hartsburg, or Emden, I am failing to speak. At the intersection of Interstate 155 and United States Route 136.
Just for reference here, ladies and gentlemen, we have 11 tornado warnings right now. We have 11. One of which is a tornado emergency. 4 of which are tornadoes that have been reported. 6 of which are regular tornado warnings. We have had this over and over and over again for the past, I'd say, probably for 4.5, 5 hours. Because we've been streaming for 5 hours and 20 minutes. We've been streaming for that long.
It's another tornado on the ground in Iowa. It's another one that can form on the southern end of the line. There's one that formed up by up to the west of Preston, which is north of Charlotte. And Charlotte, that is a lot of debris. I really hope Charlotte and that area was doing its due diligence and getting in their safe space.
Yeah.
Very significant tornadoes still going on there. Another one of those tornadoes going on west of Preston that you can hardly see on radar aside from CC and spectrum with overlapping. So only a little bit of spectrum with too, but it is there. It is there. Reflectivity, it overlaps. We also need to start talking about the fact that there will be potential for some tornadoes on the southern end of the line.
Oh, yeah. That's the reason why they got that tornado warning over there, yeah.
2 of them. Yep. Davenport, y'all also still need to be doing your due diligence. Just because we're not talking about you right now does not mean there cannot be a tornado that happens.
What in the world?
Especially considering how close we are to the radar site and maybe a little hard to tell.
Give me a second here, Morgan.
Tornado warning for southeastern Prairie County in central Arkansas, southern Monroe County in eastern Arkansas, northeastern Arkansas County in
Move Des Moines radar
Arkansas.
to Chicago.
I already have one on for Chicago.
Well, then take a look. Take a look at the severe thunderstorm warning north of it.
Oh, come on.
As soon as this thing loads, you guys will see.
That's the last thing we need right now.
That is a supercell that is on track to go into Chicago. At least the Chicago metro area. This is probably specifically for northern Chicago. So if you're in southern Chicago, you guys are fine. Like Joliet's fine. I-80. If you're from I-80 and south, over in the Chicago area, you guys are fine. I would even say I-55 and south. I-55 and south is good. It's areas here in I-88 in Geneva.
Western Joe Davies County in northwestern
Give me a
Illinois.
second.
North central Jackson County in east central Iowa.
It's the same area that I covered for that Chicago
Dubuque
tornado
County
warning
in
in the dead of
northeastern
night a couple
Iowa.
years ago.
Right. Chicago needs to watch out. Chicago needs to watch out. We're talking Kane County. We're talking DuPage County. We are also talking, what county is this? If I can find this out, that'd be great.
Bellevue, Iowa,
Cook
Galena,
County.
Illinois.
Cook County?
A tornado warning just got issued.
Cook County,
St. Bernard.
Chicago.
I was talking about like areas north of Bloomingdale. Like, is that still Cook County? Yeah, that is Cook County. Cook County is shaped weirdly. Yeah, this is northwestern Cook County. So if you live in Kane, DuPage, and northern Cook County, you guys need to get in your safe space right now, more than likely, because there's probably going to be a tornado warning that's going to get issued over there. New tornado warning.
Rocket County in West Tennessee, southwestern Gibson County in West Tennessee, central Haywood County in West Tennessee, northwestern Madison County in West Tennessee.
Arkansas.
Jackson County, Iowa needs to get in their safe space right now if they haven't already. Jackson County, Iowa needs to get in their safe space.
PDS. Brownsville, Humboldt, PDS, Tennessee.
Jeez. And it's still going.
At 6:10, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 8 miles southwest of Knott-Basher, 9 miles east of Covington, moving east at 55 miles an hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation.
Southeastern Jackson County in east central Iowa.
I
central
think
Clinton
it's going to
County in
manage
east
to
central
recycle
Iowa.
and continue to produce a tornado again.
Right.
Look at the CDR arc.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt in my mind that this thing is probably going to try and run at it again. And I don't even think it's... The RFD is so minimal that just this on its own probably means that this thing is going to sustain.
Chicago's going to give it a run. Chicago's going to give it a run. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last thing we want to hear. This is the last thing I want to hear. This is the last thing that Nate wants to hear. If you guys are in the western Chicago metropolitan area,
or northern
Bloomingdale, Elgin, well, Northwest Chicago metropolitan area, Elgin, Bloomingdale, Lombard, Naperville, Aurora. You guys need to be watching out for this, and you need to know what your tornado plan is. If a tornado warning gets issued for your area, it is possible in the next 10 or so, 15 or so minutes, depending on how quickly this thing can wrap up. It's got the upper levels to support it. It has the middle levels to support it, folks. It's even got a bunch of ZDR. That there's an arc present to an extent. Kind of maybe also hinting where the tornado might be if it were to produce on the southern edge of that line. And that is indeed the case on the newest reflectivity scan that I've got. Take this very, very seriously.
Ladies and gentlemen,
on Interstate 88, Interstate 355, you need to be watching out for this north and west of Chicago.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chicago is a very large place, as you know. It is a very large place. And because of that, there's a lot of people that could potentially be impacted. So if we may be able to get our warnings out, or the National Weather Service is able to get their warnings out to people ahead of the fact, all right, so people may be ready for these things to move on through, that'd be the greatest thing. All right, so when we ask for you guys to share this live stream on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and on different social media sites, or even via text message, it really does help out a lot. We really are trying to get this information out to as many people as possible, and it would really help if you guys would do that. On the other hand, the other way to help on YouTube, and you can undo this after the stream for all I care, is by hitting the like button down below and subscribing. Those things will help out. Go Cassidy, what do you got?
Nate, can I look at my video?
Oh.
Tornado warning for northeastern Sangamon County in central Illinois.
That might be rain wrap.
Where are you at, Cassidy?
I'm going south on 74. We're outside of the tornado warning, the southern of the two.
Right.
Headed towards Galesburg.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. That is a pretty.
I don't know if I cannot tell if it's on the ground or if it's just a wall cloud, but.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely looks like a wall cloud at minimum to me. So that's a good call, Cassidy. Good stuff. What's your nearest town? Did you just get on 74, or have you been on 74 for a while?
Lynn Center. Lynn Center and Andover, Illinois.
Okay, so like the Orion Andover. Okay, I get it. Yeah, that definitely does look like there is little bits of rotation there near the Alpha area. We'll show you guys here on the radar.
Out there.
Yeah, we've got one. So she's over here near the Orion Andover, and this over here is probably where the rotation would be. If you look at the velocities, you can kind of see the reds jutting out like that, green surging in here, and just right in the middle can be where we've got a lot of conversion. So yeah, 100%. Even up and down the line, I do believe that there's a good chance that there's probably something tornadic there. So that's an embedded supercell. That is an embedded supercell. And we're going to have to watch out for that one very, very closely. So Cassidy, keep me up to date, all right?
Okay.
Let's go back down to the PDS down south.
It's recycling, and it's still producing a tornado as we speak. Still producing a very large tornado, I will add. Folks, if you're in Brownsville, this is very serious. Very serious. If you're on the north edge of Brownsville on United States Route 79, on State Route 19, very serious situation. Underground, lowest innermost part of your building, storm cellar basement gives you your best chance. It occluded.
It is occluding right now. As soon as the RFD became a lot thicker, it started occluding.
Still got to be taking this very seriously.
You know what that means too, Morgan? If there is another mesocyclone aloft, that means Brownsville will have to definitely watch, because it'll form on that eastern side.
That eastern flank, 100%. Series 79 between Brownsville and Bells, period, needs to arrive.
And there is a new mesocyclone forming, but it's on the southern side this time. If you look at 3.1 tilt, velocities.
Still a tornado spewing debris in Iowa, by the way.
And this thing is, by the way, just by saying that this thing is occluding doesn't mean that this thing isn't on the ground anymore. This is just saying that the tornado is no longer moving in a predictable motion, and it is now curling off towards the side. So when we say that a tornado is occluding, all right, that's what we mean. And that also means
Chicago.
Oh, yep, Chicago, Geneva, St. Charles, and Batavia. Yep. Guys, we need to share this information with as many people as possible in Chicago. If you know anyone who lives in Chicago, anyone who lives in the metro areas of Chicago, it is imperative now that they know. It is imperative now that they know. Someone said in the chat Springfield. I'm curious to see what they mean with that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Strong tornado, Williamsville. Wow.
Yeah,
Northeast
Sherman.
of Springfield. That is a very strong tornado.
Very strong. That just popped out of the nowhere, too. Out of nowhere.
135 on top of 12? Really?
Yeah, Williamsville, I-55. This is Logan County, southern Logan County. And this is northern Sangamon County. Sangamon County. So this is well north of Springfield. Well north of Springfield. This is going to head off towards the Logan County areas. If you live in Logan County, we're talking Mount Pulaski, we're talking Lincoln, south of Lincoln. You need to get in your safe space. This one probably will be a strong tornado. Very large debris signature within that as well. Yeah, that is well defined. That is a strong tornado that's moving on through. That's a new tornado warning that just got issued.
Tornado warning for southwestern Logan County in central Illinois.
There it is.
Central Sangamon County in central Illinois.
That is a new tornado warning. They're probably going to confirm that here in a second, but it is a new tornado warning.
Indeed.
I find that really interesting because these are actually two supercells in the line. They are in the line, right?
I'm kind of just waiting on Chicago's warning at this point.
There are two supercells in the line. Oh no, now it's a PDS. Now it's a PDS. They finally updated it.
Nice.
Yeah, PDS for Logan and Sangamon.
Right as they, yeah. 619, a large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Williamsville, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation, as read by the National Weather Service in Lincoln.
Yeah, particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning, north of Springfield, Illinois. If you are in Logan County.
You want to know what's bonkers? Look 3 miles south.
What, you mean the cell that's on 72?
Riverton.
Yeah, that's the supercell.
Just
look at ZDR.
Just look at how bonkers that is. There's a tornado in the forward flank, essentially, because it's another embedded supercell, and then you have the actual, and then you have the real supercellular structure.
Yeah, southern Logan County, northern Sangamon County, you need to get in your safe space right now. Macon County and DeWitt County, you need to watch out very closely. Macon County and DeWitt County in Illinois, you need to watch out very, very closely. The potential for tornadoes is definitely possible in and along the line that's heading off in your area. So please, please, please watch out for that. Come in.
Since Nate's going off for a second, I'm going to talk here really quickly. If you're, we're talking about Illinois. I'm going to drop back south to Tennessee for a second. Brownsville. It's weakening at the moment. Still a tornado on the ground. Still going along United States Route 79. Brownsville, you need to be continuing to take your tornado precautions.
Yeah.
There might be something else that forms on the backside of this. It's hard to say right now, but it looks like something may wrap back around. Just kind of noticing the similar things that I saw before it produced another tornado going into the state of Tennessee.
Right.
Or excuse me, going
into
51.
Covington.
Pardon me. Going into Covington. Thank you. So just kind of similar trends that I'm observing with that. Don't be caught off guard if something new forms. Do not be caught off guard at all. Bells, Gadsden, Alamo on United States Route 79, United States Route 412, heading up into Humboldt. Humboldt is not small. You need to be taking your tornado precautions right now, underground or lowest innermost part of your building. Why aren't they warning Chicago? Still a big run.
Yeah, just to kind of go through exactly what Morgan said, that storm that's in Haywood County, northern Haywood County in Brownsville, needs. You guys need to heed the warning. Just heed the call. Get into your safe space. All right. Crockett County, as well as Madison County and southern Gibson County in Tennessee. You guys also need to watch out for this very closely because this thing probably will recycle. It probably will. And when it does, it'll produce another tornado. And places like Alamo, Bells, and Gadsden will be hit by it. All right. Or at least they will be impacted by it. So you need to get into your safe space now if you haven't already. You need to get in your safe space now.
2 tornadoes on the ground. Illinois. Boston is down. Tornado there. Tornado still by Williamsville, though looks like it may be fanning real soon now.
Suggesting that that forward flank. Definitely looks like there was some form of rotation that just went over their area near Andover. Definitely looks like it.
We're getting off and going to get.
Yep. If there's anyone that's hurt, make sure you go stop by and check with them. All right.
Oh yeah.
Looks like a new tornado is starting to form here. This will be here near Princeton. This is kind of paralleling I-88 here, northeast of Davenport. There's actually 2 areas of rotation. But this is northeast of LeClaire. This is getting towards the I-88 areas. If you're near Fenton, Morrison, and Linden here in Illinois, this is northwestern Illinois, you need to get in your safe space. Additionally, there's another area of rotation near Clinton and Fulton. That'll head off towards, once again, areas west of Morrison, Thompson, and potentially even Chadwick. So if you guys are in those areas, you need to take your proper precautions. And just to kind of make a Cliff Notes version of all of that, if you're in the following counties in Illinois, Carroll, Whiteside, Rock Island, and Henry, you need to get into your safe space right now because there is a strong damaging wind and tornado threat associated up and down that entire line. Do not be surprised if tornadoes form very quickly on that entire thing, and you need to get into your safe space immediately. I'm gonna go back down to the tornado warnings. The one near Holly Grove and Casco is going off over there in Arkansas. It's not going off completely quite yet, but it is. It definitely has some very strong rotation aloft.
Really? I'm glad I didn't.
Morgan, tell me if Cassidy says anything.
Will do.
Yeah, that is definitely a strong supercell that's moving through in Casco and Holly Grove in Arkansas. That'll head off towards Highway 49 and Highway 79 there. So guys need to watch out for that. Additionally, there's also another storm over near Brinkley and Fargo that also has rotation. Not very strong rotation, but it does have rotation. Those 2 storms heading off into extreme eastern Arkansas and northwestern Mississippi are probably going to be the ones to watch as well. Looks like the tornado that's north of Brownsville has lifted. But on the other hand, I mean, there's another area of rotation associated with it as well, so we got to watch out. Looks like ZDR has also become a lot messier, which could also be a good thing.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, wow. Storms have split left.
I wonder.
Little area of a supercell near Farmington, Missouri. That might be something to watch. Farmington should sound familiar. Chester should sound familiar. St. Genevieve should sound familiar. So, watch out for that if you're over there in Missouri. St. Louis seems to be, for the most part, all right. I think there's just only severe thunderstorms that passed on through. Maybe some large hail more than anything. I'm gonna go back to the stuff that's over there in central Illinois here. And we still, from what the looks of it, seems that we still have 2 tornadoes in progress. New tornado warning.
Tornado warning for South Central Whiteside County in northwestern Illinois, northeastern Henry County in northwestern Illinois, northwestern Bureau County in north central Illinois.
Geneseo. Could be producing a tornado right now.
Yeah, Geneseo. That'd be the stuff that went through. Or actually, no. That'd be completely different from what Cassie found down in Andover. Go over to Chicago again. It's not quite there yet. ZDR arc is pretty bleh. So that might be the one good thing about this. Does not look like there's some very strong rotation aloft as well, which is also the good news. Yeah, if you're in Lake Fork, Mount Pulaski, Latham, or Latham, Warrensburg, you guys need to go ahead and take your proper precautions. Get underground or get into your lowest innermost part of your building. All right, there's definitely the threat for tornadoes. Definitely the threat for tornadoes out in your area here. We're talking Logan County, we're talking Macon County. We're also talking, this is Sangamon County. And eventually this will head off into DeWitt County as well. So if you're in any of those counties in Illinois, you need to get in your safe space right now. You need to get in your safe space.
A tornado just got reported. Brief tornado to my southwest, just outside of Geneseo. And CC confirms it.
Yep.
Tornado warning for northern Calhoun County in southwestern Arkansas, south central Dallas County in southwestern Arkansas, central Ouachita County in southwestern Arkansas.
Nate.
What? What happened?
It's gonna do it again.
It's gonna recycle again?
It's gonna recycle with an entirely new ZDR arc.
Tornado warning for Lee County in eastern Arkansas,
Yeah,
southeastern St. Francis County in eastern Arkansas.
It's gonna take a little bit.
Northern Phillips County
in eastern Arkansas. Recycle with an entirely new
County in eastern Arkansas.
Updraft.
Northern Tunica County in northwestern Mississippi.
Wait, what? That's a new giant tornado warning that just got issued.
Oh,
another tornado warning. Listen in.
Tornado warning for southeastern Henry County in northwestern Illinois. Western Bureau County in north central Illinois.
I'm gonna go up north and work my way south. First off, all right. The cell that went over Cassidy, our storm chaser there, just got a tornado warning. So they probably did see what was a spin up within the line that went through their area. If you live in Joe Davies County, Carroll County, Jackson County, right on the border of Illinois and Iowa. If you live in Henry County, if you live in, this would be Bureau County, as well as they have issued it for Central
Nashville.
Tennessee.
Nashville, Columbia.
9080.
Tupelo.
They got 9080 on that thing, which means that they still believe in the storms to the south of it as well. Because you can see how far, and I'll show you guys here. You can see how far south they issued the tornado watch for. They got it all the way over to like Tupelo. There's a new mesoscale discussion, by the way. But your tornado warning
for southeastern Logan County in central Illinois, southwestern DeWitt County in
Let me
central
know when I can
Illinois.
read out the new watch just a little bit, bits and pieces.
That is a significant tornado near Geneseo. That is a significant tornado near Geneseo.
That is indeed.
If you live near Hoople, Tampico, Prophetstown,
dude,
need to get in your safe space right now.
And you need to get some cough drops.
Don't worry about it. I got a place for me. I got Hoople here, Prophetstown, Tampico, those areas over there in Illinois. You need to get in your safe space right now. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building, there is a tornado on the ground. You can clearly see with the debris signature, and it's still there. New scan just came in, and it's still there. And this is an embedded supercell there too. You can see the hook echo right in there. Embedded supercell within the line. So, gotta take this seriously, guys. You gotta take this seriously. That's another embedded supercell that's approaching Kiwani.
Excuse me.
Bless you, thank you.
Tornado warning for central Whiteside County in northwestern Illinois, Carroll County in northwestern Illinois, southern Stevenson County in northwestern Illinois.
Southern Stevenson. Oh, they just connected it all. Whiteside, Carroll, Stevenson. Yeah, all those areas need. They just got a tornado warning for that entire area. So
that's a huge warning. Yeah.
Whiteside, wow. Carroll, and Stevenson. If you're in that tornado warning, you need to get in your safe space. Yeah. Once again, Hoople, Illinois. This is extreme northeastern Henry County. This is getting off into southern Whiteside and northern or northwestern Bureau County. If you're in those counties, significant tornado in progress. Need to get in your safe space. We have that. We also have the potential for another tornado. This would be Kiwani, Illinois. Need to get in your safe space as well. That probably could potentially produce a tornado here soon. That's another embedded supercell. You can clearly see the hook right within there. Clear arc.
Nate, come in.
You take it.
Go for it, boss. What you got?
So we're on the Stuttgart cell. I can make a wall count very well defined out back there. We're going to be going to Forest City and then cutting south to try to potentially see this thing. Do you think that is a good idea?
Let's take a look.
What did they say?
Are you on the cell that's on I-40, or are you on the cell that's currently tornado warned?
Tornado warning for southeastern Logan
tornado
County.
warning.
Yeah, we should be on I-40 going
East County in central Illinois.
Excuse
For
me.
the Forest City.
County in central Illinois. Northwestern Macon County in central
Why are they up
Illinois.
there?
Because we told them to go east on 40.
So, do we possibly send them into Memphis and south on 61?
Yep. Or at least I wouldn't say south on 61. I would say it probably would be best if you put them south on like 55. Or like, actually, you can put them on 22. You can put them on 55. You can put them on the Beltway at 240.
Why would you put them that far out?
Because you
if
won't
you
be
get
able
on
to
61,
catch up.
you've got. If he gets on 61, actually, maybe at that point. I was gonna say you have an eastward option at Robinsonville, just across the river.
You got an eastward option across the board anyways. So, I mean, you're in southern Memphis.
Boys, we're not ignoring you here. 2 seconds, please.
Copy. Repeat that again.
I say we take him to southern Memphis.
We're convening as to where to send you. We're gonna send
going
what we
east on
know
40.
right now is we're gonna send you into Memphis. Keep going east on 40. We're gonna send you into Memphis, and then we're gonna pick a southward option. Nate thinks 55. 55 south. Once you get into Memphis, 40 to 55 south. And that way you'll have eastward options as the supercell comes up to the north and east, approaching areas basically 20 miles south of Memphis, roughly.
Oh my gosh, Morgan. The storm is having issues. It's having major issues. It's having major issues. That's the one thing I do know.
Which is good news at this point.
Going back up to Illinois. I'm going to take a look and see.
Photograph. Streamwise board.
Excuse me, chat. Latham. Oh boy, Latham, Illinois. Gotta get in your safe space right now. Latham, Illinois gotta get in their safe space. Latham, Illinois gotta get in their safe space. Pretty strong storm over there.
Looking vortex.
Yeah, I mean it's still rotating within that area.
Still going. 100%.
And you can even see the debris signature. It's a small debris signature, but you can see the debris signature. It still has a tornado. This thing is still in progress. This thing is still moving on through. Latham, Illinois, need to get in your safe space right now.
3-body scatter spike on that. 3-body scatters. Really? PBS.
Arkansas.
That doesn't make sense, Memphis.
Tornado
that doesn't
warning
make any
for
sense.
Eastern
At 640,
Davies County in
or excuse me, at 640,
Illinois.
a large and extremely dangerous tornado was
Stevenson
located
County
near
in
Palmer, 7 miles
Illinois.
northwest of Marvel, moving east of 65. That's a 3-body scatter spike. It's radar indicated rotation. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I doubt. It's got a B-word. There's no doubt about it. And they said it has a wall cloud. It has. Yeah, that's English. It has a wall cloud. They said it has a wall cloud. Or was that Hold up. Mike or Ethan, come in, please.
So a new PDS tornado warning. This is probably going to head to the southern portion of Memphis.
Probably on the Mississippi side, though.
Yes.
For the moment, at least.
Repeat that. Please repeat that.
Was just asking for you to come in. You mentioned 10-20 minutes ago there was a wall cloud on a storm. Which storm were you referring to? Are you referring to the cluster of cells up by Forest City along 40, or are you referring to stuff back down south, which you aren't even on? I'm just trying to figure out something here for you really quickly.
That would have been the cell that just died north of I-40, to the east.
Okay, well, the cell just to the south of you just got a PDS tornado warning. What was Stuttgart, from what I can tell, it's not producing a tornado. It's a 3-body scatter spike on Memphis radar at the moment. Has a B-word, has very good mid-level rotation, upper-level rotation. It's entering a very favorable environment in North Mississippi. Like I said, sending you east on 40 to get into Memphis and then drop south on 55 or 22.
Probably be
let
22.
us know when you get into Memphis, and I'm not about to put one of my roommates in harm's way.
Nope.
Not happening.
And especially since they got to go through a lot of that rain too. I mean, we'll see.
Smart.
So are they at Forest City right now, or? But this is a PDS.
Is lighting up like a Christmas tree. Oh my goodness.
PDS tornado warning once again. Lee County, Northern Phillips County, and this would also be portions of. This is St. Francis County and Crittenden County here in Arkansas, and then we also have Tunica County here in Mississippi. So you guys need to get in your safe space right now.
New tornado warning for Humboldt. That storm.
Tornado warning for northern Henderson County in West Tennessee, southeastern Gibson County in West Tennessee,
tornado warning,
Carroll County
radar
in West
indicated
Tennessee,
rotation, severe thunderstorm
northeastern Madison County in West Tennessee.
Struggling right now, folks. But regardless, if you are in that warning, Humboldt, Gibson, Milan, you need to be in your safe space. Huntington as well down the line, as well as Medina, Oakfield, and Cedar Grove. United States Route 70, United States Route 79, United States Route 45E, and 70A heading into Huntington. Safe space, underground or lowest nearmost part of your building. Particularly a bathroom break closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible.
Still a pretty strong SIG-TOR over near Hoople. Pretty strong SIG-TOR near Hoople.
Still?
Yes, still. Actually, it looks like a second rotation formed, and then made it consider, and then put back on the ground again.
Made it consider.
That's what it looks like to me. Looks like it did. Looks like it did put down another one just to the east of Hoophole. This would be Illinois. This is the